Hello, everybody. My name is Iván Lequerica. I'm the director of Geotab for South and West Europe. It's a pleasure having you here in the beautiful city of Estoril. Thanks, everybody, for coming. When we prepared the show, we wanted, of course, to have some people from Geotab presenting. So Matt just announced that we are launching a new product for the EVSA. But we also wanted to have many people from different industries telling us how they are innovating with the Geotab products and services. We have people from OEMs, from leasing companies, from distribution companies, and one of the key industries is smart cities. We are seeing more and more appetite from municipalities and public administrations to use the data to improve the quality of life of the citizens. Sorry. So Bob mentioned already some of the use cases. So the municipalities wants to understand where the traffic jams are happening and when, where are the accidents, hyperlocal weather conditions. And here in the next presentation, we will see how more than 20 municipalities in Spain are using Geotab data and Ferrovial services to improve the waste management service. So please welcome to the stage Unai Obieta, Chief Technology Officer for Ferrovial Servicios.
Hello, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here to share our experience with you. Thanks to Iván for the presentation and Geotab to the opportunity to be here and share our experience with you. My name is Unai Obieta. I'm the responsible for technology, innovation, and digital transformation in IT, in Ferrovial Services Spain. And I belong to IT, but we work with all of units in Ferrovial, like business units, like fleet, all the direction and areas that are very important for the digital transformation. So right now we are going to see these five points. First of all, we are going to put in context Ferrovial, big numbers of the company to understand the situation and what we do. Then we are going to see the initial scenario we have 2 years ago. Then we will see what thinks Ferrovial about the smart cities. We don't think anything different from other companies, but we can share with you how we explode our services in the smart cities, okay? And all the initiatives we have to do this kind of improvements in our services, and we end with the benefits that Ferrovial Services has implementing this kind of technologies or services, okay? So first of all, Ferrovial Services. Ferrovial belongs to a huge company, a Ferrovial corporation that has 4 big companies. One of them is Agroman, is a constructor company. It's the first company in Ferrovial. The next one is Sintra. Sintra is the company who operate the 407 in Toronto. Yeah, it's a very important service for us. The next one is airports. We operate few airports around the world. The most important one is Heathrow in London. And the last one is Ferrovial Services. That is, it has another 4 companies inside. One is Amy in UK. Another one is Volt Spectrum in Australia. Then Ferrovial Services Spain in Spain. And the last one is international services around the world, South America, United States, and Qatar. Okay. There are a few numbers of Ferrovial Services. In Spain, we are around 38,000 people. In Ferrovial Services in general, we are almost 8,000. So for us, it's very important the people and all the services we are doing with them. Okay, we do many different services. For example, we do more traditional services like waste management, but we do another more disruptive like car sharing with City in Madrid or Bicing or other kind of services. So we have different levels of maturity in our services and our contracts. Another important point for us is the digital transformation. For us, most of our services are traditional, but we think if we want to be leaders in 5 years or in 10 years, we have to improve our traditional services, because maybe a new company appear with a disruptive services that make us not be the leader of the market. Okay, so we need to transform our services, and for us, this is very important. The two main areas to transform the companies are the culture, the people. For us, the people is very important. We have many people working, so people has to transform the way they work. Another important point is the data. For us, the data is the core for a digital transformation. So without data, we can't do anything, okay? So there are few initiatives around culture, people, data, and in this presentation, we are going to talk about only one of them, but then later when we are having lunch, if you have any question, we can talk about that, okay? And another important point for us, or another important asset for us, is the fleet, okay? We have in Spain more than 10,000 vehicles working in Spain, in different areas. 8.6 are for the services, for waste management, for cleaning, for maintain all our services, okay? Around 1.7 are mixed vehicles for different uses, and the rest of them are for representative cars. So for us, the vehicles are an asset very important, because we have more fleet, for example, than other companies that are dedicated for, like Segur in Spain, to do some kind of services where the fleet is the most important asset, okay? And here you can see 63% are in property and the rest are in renting. But for us, this is to see that more than 10,000 vehicles are in Spain, and for us, it's a very interesting asset. So the situations 2 years ago is like this, no? Our assets are disconnected. Most of them are disconnected. We don't have information from our assets, not directly, okay? We didn't have interaction with final users, or final user for us, because we used to work for council, for governments. Our final users are very far from us, so we don't have information from them. We didn't have real-time information about our services, how are they working, how they are implementing, how are they operating, okay? Of course, we didn't have any technology in the fleet, so we didn't have any information for monitoring the fleet, the cars, how they are working. We didn't have integration with the most important parts of the company. We worked like silos. Each services works alone, not sharing information with others. And of course, all the optimization we did are based in the experience of the directors or the people who work in the services. Because we didn't have enough data, all the optimization is based on the experience. And about the exploitation of the information, we didn't exploit it very much. We didn't have very good reports, business intelligence, and of course, 2 years ago, we didn't use too much big data analytics to optimize anything, okay? So this is not our situation 2 years ago. And about the smart cities, it's nothing new. For us, it's very important to get the data from the city, from all of the devices, from the users, from the systems, from the open data that the cities has. We collect all of them in an IoT platform in order to process all of this data with big data analytics, in order to one optimization of our services, like is the example we are going to see later. Another is to open new services. For example, for us, it would be impossible to start the car sharing service in Madrid without analyzing all the data about Madrid, if these are profitable services or not. And last year, we started the bison in Barcelona with the same methodology, Okay. So during these 2 years, what we have done in Ferrovial Services. Here is a very schematic example. For us, the for data platform is the core of the technology manners about how to control, to acquire, to store, and how to analyze the data. We have another platform which is a foreign platform, who is the platform for integration and IoT. So we get the data through a foreign platform, data from fleet, containers, many assets in the field, of course, the users, and of course, all our systems. All of the data are through a foreign platform to the for data, and then we exploit it in 3 manners: reports, BI, big data, and also to our systems. Okay, so it's a traditional technological schema how we work. And right now, I am going to show you the specific case where we implemented all this methodology. Okay, this is the contract in Agra. In Agra is the contract that operating in Granada. I think it's a very nice city in the south of Spain. Okay, it's a waste management and cleaning contract in Granada. Here is more than 700 workers and around 2,000 vehicles operating this contract. The traditional method to waste management is you have specific routes, and in this route, you collect all the containers you have. Even they are empty, they are full, you have to collect all the containers. And also you have another problem is because you can detect the overflows of the containers. So many times they have to be people of the contract visiting all the containers in order to look if there are any one of them with overflow, because we have a very big penalties by the council if we have overflow in the containers. So this is the traditional method how we work in the waste management collection. So what we have done is that. So for us, it's important to get the data from all of the assets. One of them is the containers. We put sensor in the 60% of the containers in order to be to know if they are empty or not, or in the level of the waste in the containers. We get the data from all of the vehicles that are working in the contract, and we get data from open data, weather, or whatever, more things about Granada, if there are any kind of events, these kind of things. We get all of the data through for data platform, and then we do an algorithm with big data in order to optimize the routes. So, and then we send this information to the trucks, to the vehicles, in order to operate in real time, and they only collect the containers that are more than the 70% of waste. Okay, this is very important for us because at the beginning we had three routes, 3 static routes, and we have reduced more or less 1 route. So it's a reduction about the 30% of the of routes. And here, where is Geotab? Geotab is here because Geotab is the company who put these devices in our fleet. So thanks to Geotab, we get all of this data from our vehicles. Okay? Here you can see many benefits that Geotab has. I think we have been talking here about all of them during this presentation. But for us, are very important all about the positioning, where are the cars, the integrations, alarms, all of them is very important for us. And we work with Geotab in two ways. One of them is getting the data through our platform, and then we use it. And another way is using directly their platform. They have a platform where you can consume a lot of the data with reports. Right now, they have a lot of analytics services to improve how you operate your fleet. So this is the two ways we are working with the Geotab data. Here you can see one of them is the vehicle device send through GPS all of the data to the Geotab platform, and we connect to the Geotab platform, and we get all of this data, and we use it. I missed to tell you that another important thing for us is that we want to work only with one point to get the data from the vehicles. And right now with Geotab, we have other devices in our fleet for other things, and they are integrated with Geotab, and all this data, not only the data that the Geotab manages, like the positioning of the car, etc., all the data from other devices that not belongs to Geotab, we get all of this data through the Geotab platform. And for us, this is very important because we don't have to work with different platforms. We work only with one platform, okay? So this is more or less what have we done. And the benefits, I think it's very easy to see. We have real-time control of our services. We know where are the cars, what are they doing, the level of the waste management in that case on that service. We have optimized our services, a very important reduction of cost. We have information from our cars, not only about where they are, also about the security. We have more security in our cars. We have more information about the people who drive the cars. And of course, we have connectivity with other solutions, like weighing, I can't remember another one, but we have, this is kind of integration with other devices. For us, it's very interesting, okay? And all around the 4Data platform, we can use and exploit this information with more reports, more big data, data analytics, machine learning. So right now we are optimizing our services, not based in experience, based in data, more objectives, and knowing what we are doing and how we can improve it. Okay, so I think that's all I want to share with you. If you have any question, then I think we can talk. Thank you very much.